it up.
What's good, everybody, and welcome back to Hyperfocus. In the next couple of days, Facebook is going to be doing a rebrand. So this has been a little bit controversial because Facebook has been in some deep waters of late, and we thought it'd be pretty cool just before the rebrand and relaunch of the name of Facebook that we would have a bit of a chat all about why they're doing it and if rebranding can actually save the day, if it can reshape the public view or public notion of Facebook.
Yeah, welcome. Actually, I'm Jan. Paul didn't introduce me, but
I think they know who you are right now. I think the regular viewers know who Jan and Paul are, so hi. All right, let's jump straight in, shall we?
yes. First of all, and since we are sitting really next to each other, I never realize that you have blue eyes. Facebook
Facebook Blue.
Facebook blue eyes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So
A little bit awkward right now. But
there was a big article on The Verge about Facebook planning to change its company name next week to reflect its focus on building the Metaverse.
what's the Metaverse?
That sounds evil to me, to be honest. It's a bit like Spideyverse.
It was actually coined I think in the 80s or 90s from a book. I don't know the exact book. And yeah, it was to represent a dystopian future that mirrored ours in some virtual sense.
All right.
Yeah, so a little bit of a strange history of where the actual name of Metaverse comes from, but this is what everybody's talking about, and this is the direction that Mr. Zuckerberg wants to take Facebook.
And that's most likely not going to be the name, right? I mean,
The Metaverse?
yeah, that's
No,
just
no, no. Nobody really knows
the
the name.
overall theme on the
Yeah,
rebrand.
and I think you've actually got some names which we'll talk about, which are circulating at the moment. There are some rumors floating around of the name.
Yeah, there's just one. But first of all, Mark Zuckerberg might introduce the brand on the annual Connect conference on October 28th, which is next week. And yeah, and it looks like that that the rebrand would likely position the Blue Facebook app as one of many products under a parent company overseeing groups like Instagram, WhatsApp, Oculus, and more. So it doesn't mean they change like Facebook. Facebook will
stay the same.
Stay Facebook.
Yeah.
It's more like they're looking for an mother brand.
It's the parent company that's going to be changing its name, pretty much like Google did with Alphabet, because of the controversy wrapped around the actual brand itself and all the deep waters it's been in with Congress in America. They need like a little bit of a facelift to get people on side again.
Yeah, so this are the rumors. So it could be to, as you just said, to separate further from the actual Facebook app, because a former employee turned whistleblower. They have this antitrust regulators in the USA, and in general the public trust is not super high on Facebook at the moment. But I mean, there are other examples. If you look at in Germany, like VW, so they also had like big controversials, and like not a I don't know, like everyone kind of hated them. But at the end of the day, they kind of, because they are so well known, they kind of made this shift, and now still everyone is fine with VW. But looks like,
Is everybody fine with it? I don't know. They're definitely making their steps to be a cleaner, brighter, more loved, beloved brand once again.
Yeah, and I mean, big brands like this, also well-known brands, they have the power to move from from a bad reputation to a better one. But yeah, it looks like they are trying a different way. You already mentioned there's like one name flying around, which might be because they have they have like a name for an unreleased VR version of Facebook meets Roblox, whatever, and it's Horizon.
Horizon?
Yeah.
Okay, wasn't that a TV channel? Oh no, publishing?
There's Verizon.
Verizon, yeah, that's it.
It's like a mobile
true.
phone something company in America.
But actually, that's where Facebook is heading. That's where it's putting all its eggs into the basket of VR and AR. That's what Mark Zuckerberg's legacy now. He wants that to be his legacy moving forward, that he kind of disassociates himself away from social media. Facebook will still be there, but that they start to explore the metaverse, which is all about pushing augmented reality, VR, and AR.
Yeah, but I don't think that they would choose that name, to be honest.
No,
it's highly guarded right now, so not even like the close circle of leadership, they don't know about the name. So let's see.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, as we just mentioned, so Google did something similar back in 2015, and they reorganized the entire Google brand, so under the holding company called Alphabet. Yeah, to signal that it's no longer just a search engine, and I think that's pretty much what Facebook wants to do as well. I see a lot of parallels to what Google did 5 years ago, or even 7 years ago, and what Facebook might do next week as well. Yeah, so Alphabet is a perfect example of how to create a more flexibility within an already existing brand. Yeah, I mean, Alphabet, of course, it means a collection of letters that represent a language, but also Alphabet can also mean bet for alpha, and alpha is investment return above benchmark, whatever. I think it just means let's make a lot of money.
Yeah, that could
It's a great name, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people do not refer to Alphabet or to products from Google as products from Alphabet. They still refer to Google as Google. So I don't really know how much of a difference that made. I mean, it will have to be like super, like I don't know, different, I would say, for Facebook really to build to. I mean, one of the questions is, can rebranding reshape the public notion of Facebook? I'm not entirely convinced. It would have to be very dramatic to actually disassociate myself, I think, and the public from the controversy that Facebook has gathered around itself.
Yeah. I mean, my theory is that they just, because right now they're having, like, every time they have like a sub-brand like Instagram or Oculus or WhatsApp, they add the from Facebook under it.
Okay.
And Facebook has a bad reputation. So I think maybe they even write nothing under it, because I don't know, I don't need it myself anyway. But just if they put something under it, then it should be more neutral, I guess. That's my theory. So I think the from Facebook thing will go away for sure after that. Okay, let's have a look at, because here we have, I brought some different kind of models for brand architecture. So like a whole spectrum. Okay, how could a brand architecture actually look like? So at the moment, I would say Facebook is like in this, like if you look at this example here, it's an endorsed brand. Yeah, so you have like brands and products that are endorsed by a larger brand. In this case, Facebook. Yeah, that's why we talked about the from Facebook little signature on all their products. Yeah. And as I said, I think they're moving more towards a house of brands. So they have like a Alphabet kind of brand on top, and then they have all their brands like Facebook, Nest is Google, sorry. Oculus, Instagram, WhatsApp. It's, they all have like their own space to live. That's my prediction what they do. I don't think they do something like a branded house. Like, that's also too that would be huge, Then they had to change like WhatsApp and Instagram and everything, and make it kind of look at least familiar, or there needs to be some connection. I don't think they'll do that.
I think like if they were to do like a complete sweep of rebrand across everything, it wouldn't do anybody any good.
No,
to be quite honest.
No.
Even though Facebook, there's not much great to be said about it, it's still a very, very valuable company, and I know my mother still enjoys Facebook, so I wouldn't want to upset her connection with the social media platform.
So I would now give my prediction, so we can next week see if that was actually right or wrong.
Yeah.
So as I said, I think they will keep like all the brands, the Facebook app, WhatsApp, Oculus, they all stay untouched, and they can do whatever they want, and they will create like a bigger mother brand to actually get rid of the from Facebook thing. Yeah, I think it somehow makes sense. Yeah, to at that stage where this organization is at the moment. Yeah, also for the future, so we can add more different subsidiaries to it. Yeah, I also, when we talking about design-wise, I think they will keep it clean and simple. I mean, if you look at Alphabet, they have just a landing page. And it's a really, really simple and basic landing page. So there's actually not really a brand around that. There's a logo. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all they have. And
I mean, what they want to do, like with, there's not that many people in this market sector who are actually making any waves because the technology is so new. Yes, I think one of the people who are one of the companies that is pushing and pioneering the innovation behind AR and VR and looking to create the Metaverse, but I don't think there needs to be, as you say, like a big landing page, a website with like a whole ecosystem around it explaining what they do at this point. I think they just want to exist and look to the next 10 years just to get on with creating something which is, I think, very difficult for the average Joe, as it were, to really get their head around for now. So I think we're just going to see something very simple, very easy. And I think the press is just kind of like getting on the hype train and just building this up. And then I think we'll probably be probably let down.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting anything
too
exciting. I think it's just a very strategic thing. We're going to see a new name, possibly a logo, and that's probably about it.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
And Facebook is known for not being super exciting and polarizing with their branding, and they will keep it that way. So maybe there will be a very emotional but also very generic brand video.
Yeah.
But maybe not even that is going to happen.
Yeah, okay. So let's see. We wanted to make a couple of predictions. We've been talking about this in the studio, so I thought it'd be really great to share with you. Let's see what happens next week, where we'll be waiting eagerly to do a brand review on the launch of whatever this thing is. So don't forget, like the video if you like this kind of content. Subscribe to the channel. It helps us to grow the channel immensely, and we will see you next week in the next one. Peace.
Bye.